I'm Lonnie. I'm prepared to tell my story. It is not a happy story, but it is so. I made several significant mistakes. I had a few hard lessons. This is about my life. I was 18. I lived with my mother. Kevin was her name. My dad left us a long time ago. For a long period, Mom was alone. She was terribly miserable. I wanted her to be happy once more. One day, Mom met a guy. His name was Chad. Chad was so kind. He grinned a great deal. He got Mom to laugh. Mom liked Chad. I felt glad for her. I wanted Mom to know love again. Chad was a regular visitor to our house. He brought flowers for Mother. He brought us food. He was nice to me. He asked me how my day was. He listened. This was good. No one listened to me like Chad. Mom and Chad had fallen in love fast. They spoke every day. They went on a lot of dates. Now Mom was smiling all the time. She was youthful and lovely once more. Mom had never looked so joyful. 6 months later, Chad proposed to Mom. Mom gave the go-ahead. She wept tears of joy. I wept as well. We were all extremely glad. Chad was going to be my stepdad. He was planning to come and stay with us. Our family was going to be whole. The wedding day arrived. It was a small-scale wedding. Only close friends attended. Mom's dress was white. Chad was in a black suit. They looked so good together. They recited their vows. They kissed each other. Everybody clapped. I applauded too. I was thinking this was awesome. Chad came to live at our house. He had his own room first. Then he moved into Mom's bedroom. They were married now. It was usual. Chad has been a part of our home. He was everywhere. Sometimes he made breakfast. He helped with house cleaning. He repaired broken items. He was a good man. Or so I figured. I began noticing little things. Sometimes Chad would glance at me. He looked at me for a long time. His eyes never left mine. I thought this was funny. I didn't know why. I convinced myself it was nothing. Now he was my stepdad. He was Mom's husband. Why would he be looking at me like that? I put those ideas aside. Chad was always very good for me. He talked with me more than my mom did. Mom was busy at work. Really busy. She worked hard hours, day in, day out. She was exhausted and late home. She didn't have much time for me, but Chad had the time. He was always there for me. Chad helped me a lot in many ways. I was at school then. Chad handed me some money for books. In the morning, he took me to school. He assisted me with my assignment. He fed me while I was starving. He done a lot of lovely things for me. We spent a lot of time with each other. Most days, Mom was at work. Chad and I were alone in the house. We talked on numerous subjects. We sat and watched TV together. We had dinner together. Just us two. Mom was home pretty late. She was too exhausted to speak. So Chad and I chatted instead. One day I got home from school. That day I was really sad. I flunked a test. I felt sorry for him. I was weeping. Chad spotted me. He was on me in a flash. "What is it?" he queried. I told him about the test. He was very good. He said it was fine. He said one test didn't matter. He remarked that I was smart. He told me I was special. Then Chad tried something fresh. He seized my hand. He took my hand. His hand felt hot. My heart went out of my chest. A strange feeling rose inside me. I didn't know what this was. I was feeling. Yet, I didn't draw my hand away. I passed it to him. We sat like that a long time. No one said anything. It was quite still. Something changed that day. I sensed it. He could feel it also. From that day on, things were different. Now Chad sent me SMS messages. He sent them out at night. Then Mother was constantly asleep. The messages were lovely initially. He bid me good night. He asked how my day was. He said sweet stuff. He called me beautiful. He told me I was lovely. He claimed he understood what I said. He stated Mom didn't comprehend me, but he did. I kept rereading his messages. They made me feel like a wonderful person. No one ever treated me this special before. Not even Mom. Chad noticed me. He could see me. He was familiar with me. He looked after me. Or so I figured. I was young. I was 18 years old. I knew better. Chad and I began to meet in secret. We went to little cafes. They were a good way from our house. We didn't want anyone to see us. Mom wouldn't get it, Chad remarked. He told me, we have a special connection. He told us we had something special. I took him on trust. I believed all of that. I began to lie to Mom. I said I was with some pals, but I was with Chad. It made me feel sick to lie. Guilt swelled inside me, but Chad's voice was louder. He made me forget the guilt. He made me feel like I was something. He made me feel like I was loved. I wanted to keep feeling like this. Years went by. I was 21 years old. Chad got me a birthday present. It was a pretty necklace. He said it was from himself. Not from Mother, just from him. I felt incredibly special. Chad mentioned something major that night. He told me he had feelings for me. He said that he loved me. Not stepfather-like a man loves a lady. I was stunned. I didn't know what to say. I could have refused. I may have walked. I could have told Mom. But I didn't do any of those things. I remained. I listened. I trusted him. Mom didn't love him right, stated Chad. He said that I loved him more. And he said we were meant to be together. He told me I was the only one for him. I was young and foolish. My heart had much to say. I was willing to believe Chad. His comments were like a dream of sweetness. He made me feel very special. He made me feel so unique. I believed this was true love. This was the best love story, I thought. I was mistaken, but I didn't know that then. Chad told me about his strategy. He wanted to leave Mom. He wanted to be with me. He wanted to begin a new life with me. Just me and he. He talked about us together in the future. We'll be so happy, he remarked. We'd have a perfect life, he remarked. I felt torn apart inside. I thought about Mom. This would hurt her so badly. Many nights I cried. I felt unhappy and bad. But Chad was so powerful. His words brought me. He stated he cannot live without me. He stated I was everything to him. He made me feel like I was the only one he could make happy. I made my choice after many sad nights. I picked Chad. This was love, I told myself. I told myself love was worth all the agony. I believed myself we were intended for each other. I trusted what he said. I trusted what he said. I was 21. I didn't know what I was doing. Started divorce papers with Mom. Chad. Mom didn't know about me and Chad yet. Chad informed her he didn't love her anymore. He informed her he wanted to go. The mom was extremely hurt. She was crying a lot. She did not know why. Inside, I felt dreadful. But I did not tell her the truth. Not yet. No. The divorce took months. It was finished at last. Now Chad was loose. Then Chad asked me to become his wife. He dropped on one knee. He had a ring on. He asked me to marry him. I said yes. I thought this was such a sweet thing to do. I assumed this was a movie thing. So blind I was. Then Mom learned out about us. Somebody told her. Mom was devastated. She came over to my house. She sobbed and screamed. She stated, I wronged her. She said I shattered her heart. She stated I was a lousy daughter. She told me I stole her spouse. I was cut badly by her words, but I didn't hear. I said to myself she did not grasp our love. A lot of people were mad at me. My pals don't talk to me anymore. The townfolk murmured nasty things. They called me nasty names. They called me a homewrecker. They said I was a bad guy. It stung so bad. But I tried not to mind. I convinced myself that love was more essential. I kept telling myself Chad and I would be okay. But we got married anyhow. The wedding was really small. There were some persons. Most folks didn't want to come inside. They did not help us. I wore a plain white dress. Chad was in a suit. We got married. We kissed. We were now married. I thought now my life would be great. It was worth all the anguish, I thought. I was so incorrect. Things changed after the wedding. Chad was different now. The good man I knew was gone. Another man appeared. Chad became ugly. He wasn't friendly anymore. He didn't smile anymore. He didn't say nice things any longer. His anger made him chilly. Chad wants to do everything. He used to check my phone daily. He'd read all the messages I'd sent. He inquired who I spoke to. He didn't trust me. Where did you go? He inquired. He wanted to know it all. He informed me who I could go see. He didn't want me to see my old friends. He stated they were bad for me. It was terribly lonely. Now, Chad was being rude to me. He stated I was not smart. He stated I was a fool. He said I could not do anything by myself. He stated I needed him for anything. He said I was like Mom. He claimed I was just like her. He said this badly. His remarks really stung me. I felt caught. I was afraid. This was not the love, and this was control. And Chad didn't love me. He wanted to possess me. He wanted to tell me what to do. He wanted to decide everything for me. I was not free. There was no joy for me. I was at sea. I did not know who I was any longer. One night, Chad and I had a tremendous blow-up. He shouted me. He said some nasty things. I was terrified. I had to leave. I rushed out of the home. I moved on in darkness. I didn't know where to go. Then I thought of one spot. Mom's residence. I arrived at Mom's house late at night. I rapped on her door. I rapped and rapped. Heard noises in there, but Mom didn't open the door. She didn't want to look at me. I began to weep. I sat on the floor. I pleaded with her to let me in. I told her all via the door. I told her how Chad was different. I told her how he had power over me. I told her that I was young and bewildered. I told him Chad lied to me. I told her I made a huge mistake. I sobbed and sobbed. I am terribly sorry. After a while, the door opened. Mom got up. Her face looked so weary. Her eyes were so sad. She stared at me. She didn't smile. She told me I broke her trust. She said I stole her spouse. She hurt me so much, she claimed. They were true words. I knew she was correct. I dropped on my knees. I cried so much. I'm sorry, I said. I stated it over and over again. I begged her to pardon me. Mom didn't hug me, but she allowed me in. We sat there, silent. It was the hardest night of my life. Now I saw all things plainly. Chad never loved me. He took advantage of me. He had me under his power. Mom and I talked for hours that night. I told her all about it. She was listening. She was still bruised. But she heard. The door was now open. This was the first step. It wasn't easy, but I was at home. I was okay. I determined to get out of Chad. I wanted a divorce. Chad didn't want this. He tried to stop me. He told me I would be nothing without him. He stated I couldn't make it on my own, but his comments had no force today. I didn't hear it. I knew I had to be tough. I located a lawyer. The lawyer was an assistance to me. The divorce was many months after. It was really hard. People were talking about me. They looked at me. They said mean stuff. I was ashamed, but I knew it was correct. I had to leave Chad. I had to be free. I went to therapy after my divorce. I just told them how I felt. I spoke about Chad. I was talking about mistakes. I learned a great deal from the therapist. She helped me to heal. It was sluggish, but I was feeling better every week. I tried so hard to fix things with Mom. It wasn't easy. Mom's still in pain. I was often over at her house. I spoke to her. I apologized 100 times. I listened to her hurting, and she began to forgive me slowly. We hung out. We cooked food. We saw TV. We talked of little things. Little by little, our connection became better. What I learned this time was massive. I learned control is not love. True love is free. Love is patient. True love is real. Chad never did anything for love. They always had the power. I was a kid. I didn't see this. But now I see it. I learned to trust myself again. I learned to be independent. I have learned to be independent. I made huge mistakes. I have hurt the people I love. I hurt Mom. I'm wounded. But I learned from all that. Mom and I are fine now. Years. A lot of years. The first year was the toughest. I went to Mom's residence once a week. Sometimes she'd chat to me. Sometimes she didn't. We sat in silence. I never forced her. I waited. I waited. I knew I had injured her bad. One day, Mom made coffee for me. She said nothing. She just handed me the cup. Her hands were shaking a bit. I grabbed the cup, thanked him. We sat side by side. We drank our coffee. No more than that. But that was the world to me, which suggested she was trying. Maybe she could forgive me. Mom asked about my life. Another day. "You okay?" she asked. She asked me if I was eating good. "Are you asleep?" she said. She did not speak, but she did ask. I felt tears spring to my eyes. I told her I was okay. I told her I was trying. She nodded. She didn't smile, but she nodded. Things between us got better slowly. Mom started talking more. She told me of her days. She described her work to me. She told me of her garden. I heard every one of them. I was very thankful that she was chatting to me. I never took anything for granted. Not one time. One day I assisted Mom in her garden. We weeded together. We planted new flowers. The sun was hot on our faces. In the treetops, birds sung. We collaborated. We didn't converse a lot, but it was like tranquility. That felt right. This was how we began to heal. Little moments, still moments, little moments together. One day, Mom talked to me about her pune. "I felt so lonely when Chad left," she added. "I felt like a fool," she told me. She stated, "People were always talking about her." She said she lost her spouse and daughter. She spoke, and she wept. I took her hand. I wept, too. "I'm so sorry," I said. I told him it was my fault. She squeezed my hand. She didn't let go. That day changed something in between us. We both fell apart. We both got hurt. But we were together. We were no longer by ourselves. Mom stated she was mad for a long time. She told me she despised me for a while. Her words stung, but I figured it out. I had deserved her rage. I took that. I did not make my case. I have been listening, only Mom claimed she prayed each night. She wanted help to forgive me. It was quite hard, she remarked. Some days, she confessed, she couldn't do it. But she persisted on trying. She continued to pray. She went on hoping. Her heart began to soften slowly. Slowly, she began to see me again. Not like the girl who hurt her, but as her child, her missing daughter. I told Mom about my treatment appointments. I told her what I could. I told her about how Chad used me. I told her about how young and stupid I was. I told her I believed the falsehoods he told. I said I didn't know what love was. Mom listened. She asked queries. She attempted to understand it. It benefited us both. The therapist taught me a lot. She taught me the healthy love. She educated me about limits. She taught me self-worth. She taught me to trust my gut. She taught me to use my voice. She showed me that I was strong. She taught me I was worth something. I learned so lot. I grew up a lot. I began to pick up the pieces. I have a new job. I was working in a little shop. I was selling books. Loved this work. I met good individuals, spoke with clients. I helped them to discover literature. That pleased me. It made me feel good. It made me feel like I was normal. I've made new buddies at work. Honey and June, they were called. They were real polite to me. They knew nothing about my history. They did not judge me. We had lunch together, and we laughed. We talked about trifles, movies, music, food, weather, simple stuff. It felt so wonderful. It felt so good. One day, June asked me about my family. I did not know what to reply. I sat quiet a moment. So, I told her the truth. I informed her about Mom. I told her we weren't close before. I told her we were trying to put things right. June grinned. That was brave, she said. I was proud of her. Her remarks were excellent to me. I didn't tell them about Chad. Not yet. Maybe one day I would. But not yet. The story was too hard. That hurt way too much. I needed more time. I needed more healing. They didn't push me. They waited. They were good. They were good buddies. I began to do things myself. I watched movies by myself. I went alone to cafes. I walked in the parks alone. It was alarming at first. I'm not accustomed to being alone. Chad never let me alone, but I began, gradually, to enjoy it. I learnt to like being on my own. I discovered I was okay on my own. I read a lot of novels now, books of healing, books on love, books on life. I took something from each book. Every book taught me something different. I kept a journal as well. I wrote down my thoughts. I wrote down my feelings. I documented my journey. It allowed me to learn more about myself. Mom and I began a new tradition. We always ate together on Sundays. I came to her residence. Sometimes I would cook. Sometimes she did cook. We had meals together. We discussed our week. Sometimes we laughed. Sometimes we cried. But we were in it together. This became my favorite day. Sunday with Mama. Nothing mattered more. One Sunday, Mom mentioned something remarkable. She told me she forgave. It took a long time, she remarked. It was quite hard, she added, but she let me off. She said she loved me. She stated I was her daughter. Nothing could change it, she said. I fell apart. I cried a lot. Mom gave me a hug. She hugged me tight. She didn't let go. I could feel her affection. I felt her forgiving me. It was the most lovely time. I saw Chad for the last time. It was in a store. He was seeing another woman. She had a youthful appearance. 20 years old, maybe. My heart went to her. I had intended to warn her. I had the want to tell her the truth, but I didn't. I just stared at him. He looked at me. He turned quickly away. He was frightened. Good. He ought to be terrified. I walked by them. I said nothing. I didn't weep. I just walked off. In that instant, I felt powerful. I was free. He had no control over me now. He was only a dude. A terrible dude. A feeble man. A man who'd hurt people. But he couldn't hurt me anymore. I was the stronger of the two. I told Mom I had seen Chad that night. She heard. She took my hand. She told me she was proud of me. She claimed I'd done the proper thing. She claimed I was brave. She told me I was strong. Everything she spoke filled my heart. I was proud of myself, too. Now I am 30 years old. I have an apartment of my own. It's little, but it's mine. I painted the walls to be blue. My favorite color. I have plants on my windowsill. I have books on the shelves. Mom's photographs on the wall. I feel safe in my house. That makes my home quiet. This is my house. Sometimes Mom comes to see me. She carries food she made. We all eat together. We chat. We chuckle. Sometimes we look at old photographs. Photos from when I was small. Before Dad went away. Before Chad. Before the hurt. We recall pleasant times. We smile at the recollections. Now we're creating new memories too. Now I help other women, young ladies, women in poor relationships. I am working in a center. I tell them my story. I tell them about Chad. I talk to them about control. I tell them about a love that's true. I tell them they may go. I tell them that they are strong. I say to them there's hope. Some are sobbing. A few of them thank me. I am glad to help. A young girl arrived to the center. Ivy was her name. She was 19. Her narrative was the same as mine. Her mom's boyfriend molested her. He told her he loved her. He called them special. She took him at his word. I sat down with Ivy. I took her hand. I told her my tale. She wept. I cried too. I assured her she might be released. I said she deserved better. I said to her, "You are not alone." Ivy walked away from that guy. It was a matter of time. It was difficult. But she did. She returned to thank me. She said I had saved her life. Now she was free, she said. She hugged me close. I was really happy. I was really proud. Now my pain had a cause. My tale can assist people. It was all worth it for this. I learned so much about true love now. True love does not command. True love doesn't cause pain. True love doesn't cheat. True love is patience. True love is gentle. True love is free. True love is honest. True love lifts you up. True love makes you powerful. This is what I was taught by Mom. Here is what I know today. Now Mom and I are close. Close to it. Near enough. We communicate daily. We text one another. We ring each other up. We get together a lot. She is my bestie. She's my hero. She forgiven me. She was in love with me. She never gave up on me. Thankful for her so much. I just love her so much. I'm a changed person. I'm older. I am wiser. I'm stronger. I am more kind. I am not a slave. I'm me again. Actually, I'm better than before. I am more than what I was. I took my grief and learned. I learned by my own mistakes. I like the person I am now. My story is hard. My story is a tragic one. But my narrative is beautiful also. It's about tumbling down. It's about getting back up. It's about mistakes. It's about forgiveness. It's about agony. It's about healing. It's about losing yourself. It is about rediscovering yourself. It's about second chances. It's about hope. It's about love. True love. I am telling you my tale. Study me. Don't follow my example. Follow your heart. Follow your gut. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right. Get out of terrible situations. Help needed. Talk to someone you trust. You are not by yourself. You're tough. You are of value. You deserve to be loved. The truth is, real love exists. Hold on. Don't stop at control. Don't settle for lies. Don't settle for pain. If you made mistakes like me, forgive yourself. We all had our mistakes. We're all human. Learn from your errors. Outgrow your anguish. Do better. Be better. Never too late. You can begin again. You can improve. You're free. I am proof. Thanks for listening to my tale. Thanks for caring. Thanks for being here. I hope these words serve you. God help you. I hope they inspire you with hope. You are not by yourself. Never forget this. It's a caring person's world. There are folks who get it. Contact us. Ask for help. Begin your healing journey today. I'm Lonnie. I'm 30 years old. I'm free. I am loved. I'm happy. I am not weak. I am finished. So here is my tale. This is who I am. This is my life. Now. And it's wonderful.
This story feels very emotional and painful. Lani thought Chad truly loved her, but he was only controlling and using her. She lost her mother's trust and made choices that hurt many people. But later, she became stronger, left the toxic relationship, and slowly rebuilt her life. The best part is how she and her mother found forgiveness again. The story shows that real love should be safe, honest, and free, never controlling or secret. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.